do.
My strategies to happiness in junior and senior high. Let's look back to who I had morphed into, from a shy child to a curious, more talkative teen. Happiness to me became exploring, meeting the new, not dangerous adventures in the physical realm, but in the social world of meeting interesting people. From shy to blossoming, I sought out ways to start my journey along this appealing pathway. In junior high school, I joined the Pen Pal Club, and soon I was exchanging letters and girls' adventure books with friends in Scotland, Beverly Curtis in Australia, and Anne Inouye in Hawaii. Friendships continued with Beverly and Anne in Australia and Hawaii into our latter 20s. But when my Scottish pen pal's mother died and her father married her mother's sister, she said that she did not want to continue corresponding. And so we did not. I had entered junior high school, 7th grade, as a shy teen. Within 3 years, by ninth grade, I was very involved with student government, fundraising for school charity, specifically for orphans in Korea during the Korean War time. Daily morning announcements I was making with a couple others to all homerooms on our school's public address system, school plays, and church youth group. I also spent long hours studying to attain high grades. My academic and extracurricular activity schedule was very full. Yes, full in all capital letters, especially by senior high school. I wanted to participate in everything that I enjoyed and to make things I like happen too. My mom, my sister, and I all shared this desire and lifestyle in common. Even though our specific interests varied, we were all very social, although it must be noted that their talents exceeded mine. In our small rural town, my mom was an active community volunteer, president of the Parent Teachers Association, 4-H, that's Hands, Heart, Health, and it's a farm agricultural group comparable to Girl Scouts, but we had 4-H instead of the 4-H's, instead of Girl Scouts. And she led us in arts, making arts and crafts, and sewing and things like that, and cooking. My mom acted in community theater too, and was always involved in plans and preparations for town weddings, clam bakes, and monthly holiday celebrations, including being very involved with her large family. My mom's talents, following in the footsteps of her mother, my grandmother Celine Wertheimer Grimm, a French seamstress, extended to skill in sewing and also designing furniture and cornices and upholstery. She made drapes, and she took classes to learn how to construct furniture, and she did. She made a sturdy upholstered ottoman, starting with a wooden crate for oranges. My sister was similarly talented, with her hands and absolutely amazing in knitting argyle socks. If you know that kind of, it's very intricate. And she did that with special patterns, all while studying her books. I saw her do that at nursing school and college. Both my mom and sister have green thumbs, and they grew a wide variety of thriving, healthy flowering plants. The Grimm family, my mom, sister, and myself included, were all very social. My dad was handsome, professional, personable, yet preferred to let my mom shine socially, enjoying being in the glow of her radiance. It was a very complimentary partnership. I felt more like I was in my younger sister's shadow. She was super popular. I would say the most popular girl in school. And I was able to draw in guys in my class to social gatherings by promising that my sister Sandy would be there. She was clearly the most popular girl in school. She was president of her ninth grade junior high school, the whole school, and senior class president. She was a cheerleader. She liked being in sports, and she was good in math and sciences, and really cute and fun. I persuaded Sandy to come to the parties I was planning with my friends by having my classmates' younger brothers included in the parties. Thus, sometimes my sister and I shared overlapping high school friendship circles. For example, handsome high school track star Alan Chapman had a cute younger brother Kenny, and bright Joel Rosen, who later went on to be the co-organizer of the Woodstock Music Festival in upstate New York in 1969, and then solo organizer of Woodstock 2 in 1994, had a popular younger brother, Doug. The strategic arrangement party organizers must make to get everyone to enjoy and come. By senior high school, added to all the additional hours of homework and extracurricular activities, play rehearsals were particularly time-consuming, was an increasing social life of parties and dating. To balance it all, I developed a pattern of organizing my week. My mom loved promoting parties. As the most popular girl in school, my sister Sandy's presence ensured the guys would come to the parties, as I said, and if they came, the girls would come too. Our home featured a finished basement, ideal for parties. Other classmates' homes had ample or cozy spaces too. The decorated high school gym was ideal for sock hops, holiday parties, and junior and senior proms. Time management for my studies and social events followed a pattern with priorities. Friday evenings were for parties with a small group of 8 to 10 close friends, and Saturday nights for Sweet 16 and other parties for 20 or more. Sunday evenings were dedicated to church youth group. Our preference was for the congregational youth group because the adults were preoccupied with all their plans to fund and build a church. So we were meeting at the YMCA. These adults' preoccupation gave us, high school friends, the opportunity to organize our own spiritual discussions and topics, social and social service events with minimum interference, just merely gentle guidance. My friends included those who were Catholic, Jewish, and different Protestant denominations. We visited classmates' churches, each other's classmate churches, and a Reformed synagogue, as well as gathered others from varied denominations to participate with us. I rose from treasurer to vice president and then youth group president over the years. Years later, my sons were baptized in that church along with my sister's children. How did I organize my week to fit in so many extracurricular and social activities along with intensive school studies, including college-level courses? Well, creatively. Sunday night by 9 p.m., I would finally have time to focus on the homework assignments piled on by my teachers at the end of the prior week. Oh, it meant a marathon of working straight through the night by staying awake for the next 6 to 9 hours. That is until 3 a.m. or 6 a.m. Then I would sleep for 30 minutes, or if possible, 3.5 hours before starting school, on getting ready for school on Mondays. Monday night, after play rehearsals, I would go to sleep after dinner, usually before 7 p.m., and sleep through to the next day. Fortunately, there rarely was homework on Monday nights. Tuesday's pattern was different. I had to stay awake after dinner to make the phone calls to organize the next weekend's social parties. Then I could sleep for a few hours until studying after my parents went to sleep. My mother liked to eat. She never gained weight, and she would just represented a parade of constant food: ice cream, raisins, and ice cream sundaes and cookies and all kinds of desserts. So I'd have my half grapefruit and begin to study. Wednesday's routine was to go to sleep early as possible after dinner, get up at 9 p.m. That was to miss my mother's. I studied at the kitchen table, and my mother she ate more than my father did, and he was 6 feet tall and not, he was a big man, but my mom just burned calories. And then after getting up at 9, I would study until 2 or 3 a.m., and then I got 3 or 4 more hours of sleep. Thursday was the challenging one because surprise or unannounced tests happened on Friday. I would try to get 3 hours of homework completed, sleep for 3 hours, and then study for another 3. While my study schedule may seem strange, my sister's pattern was to study for 1 hour and then sleep for an hour. By the way, we shared the same room. My parents' bedroom was upstairs, and our bedroom was adjacent to theirs, and we shared the same bathroom. So my sister alternated throughout the night. My mother, on the other hand, fell asleep in front of the television after dinner, which was early, and then she woke later to go to bed, probably was eating in between because she'd wake up for that. She'd ask, "How did that TV show? What happened?" And then she'd fall back asleep. And then she would awaken sometime in the middle of the night. On the occasional nights when my mom, my sister, and I were all coincidentally awake at the same time, we would enjoy an animated conversation, usually in my parents' bedroom, with my mom, my sister, and I, to the chagrin of my dad, who tried to keep normal sleeping hours. Imagine. Our next-door neighbor, Dottie, who sometimes worked late at nights to earn extra money by waitressing at special banquets, she asked if anyone slept through the night at our house, since varying lights were on at all hours of the night. When my aunts spent the night at our house when we were little, they joked that our house was like musical beds, observing that not only were we awake at odd times through the night, but we changed to different beds too. It all seemed very normal and logical to me. Sleep when you're tired, study when your mind is most alert. Makes sense to me. So, what was the start of my journey? Next chapter, 7. What was the strategy to start my journey?
Wait, time out. We got to record it separate so it doesn't cut off.
I need water because my voice is cracking.
Good. That was such a good chapter. I loved it. I think the kids are really going to like
let me
that
get
one.
water.
Okay.